So after Bitcoin, Ethereum has the second biggest crypto market cap. While recording this, it's at $291 billion. But Ethereum Bitcoin से अलग कैसे है and why did it acquire this kind of market cap? As of right now, एक Ethereum $2,000 से भी ऊपर चल रहा है. But I got my Ethereum when it was much lesser than half of what it is today. So before we start, make sure you hit that like button. और अगर हो सके तो एक comment छोड़िए for the algorithm. इससे YouTube algorithm को लगेगा कि तुम लोग को वीडियो पसंद आया and it will recommend it to more people. Also, if you want to know how I buy and invest in stocks and crypto, check out the links in the description. On that note, welcome to Clueless. Bitcoin was the first ever cryptocurrency and it was pretty fundamental. But Ethereum is second gen crypto. It's a little more advanced. Bitcoin जो है वो बैंक का काम करता है. दुनिया भर के transactions को वो validate करता है and it decentralizes it to many computers around the world. But Ethereum, it takes it one step further. Ethereum सिर्फ बैंक decentralize नहीं कर रहा है. Ethereum is decentralizing apps and services also, which means it can run codes on many different computers around the world. While Bitcoin is decentralizing money, Ethereum can potentially decentralize the internet. Now think Facebook, except at the top is not one company and Mark Zuckerberg. Instead, all the decisions are taken by everybody on Facebook. Basically, Ethereum is a blockchain technology on top of which other apps can be built. बट फेसबुक जैसा एक ऐप जो है उसको चलाने के लिए बहुत कंप्यूटेशनल पावर लगता है और ये कंप्यूटेशनल पावर चलाने के लिए पैसे लगते हैं और ये पैसे कहां से आते हैं? फेसबुक आपका डेटा बेचकर आपको एड्स दिखाता है. योर डेटा इज द प्रोडक्ट, दैट्स हाउ फेसबुक मेक्स मनी. बट एप्स बिल्ट ऑन इथेरियम गिव यू डायरेक्ट पावर ओवर योर डेटा, व्हिच मींस इथेरियम को भी तो पैसे चाहिए होंगे ना चलाने के लिए. जो हजारों लाखों कंप्यूटर जो कोड चला रहे हैं उनको एक इंसेंटिव चाहिए टू डू दैट. That money native to Ethereum is called Ether or ETH. Other than that, Ether is also just a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin. तो चलिए पहले सीखते हैं कि इथेरियम चालू कहां से हुआ. इथेरियम्स को-फाउंडर इज विटालिक ब्यूटेरिन और वो सिर्फ 19 साल का था जब उसने ये टेक्नोलॉजी बनाया. उसने बताया कि एक दिन वो एक वीडियो गेम वर्ल्ड ऑफ वॉरक्राफ्ट नाम का खेल रहा था और एक दिन जब वो सो के उठा देखा कि उसके गेम के अंदर उसके फेवरेट कैरेक्टर कोई वेपन निकल गया है. जो कंपनी जो वो गेम चलाती है उसने कुछ गेम के अंदर चेंज कर दिया और फिर विटालिक हो गया एकदम देवदास कि हाउ कुड दे मेक चेंजेस टू अ गेम दैट आई लव्ड सो मच. दैट इज व्हेन ही क्लेम्स ही डिस्कवर्ड द हॉरर्स ऑफ हैविंग अ सेंट्रलाइज्ड authority have control over something he dearly values. He started Ethereum to change the world of gaming and it could potentially change the world. अब तन्मय वो सब तो ठीक है लेकिन Ethereum Bitcoin से अलग कैसे है? Number one, Ethereum is faster. Now Bitcoin adds a block to its database roughly every 10 minutes. जबकि Ethereum अपने database में हर 14 सेकेंड एक block add करता है. That makes Ethereum a lot faster than Bitcoin. Number two, Ethereum is more scalable. See, the bigger the data in the blockchain, the more computational power you need. यानी कि as Bitcoin kept getting bigger, the computational power required to process all that data kept growing. Which means after a point, only rich people could afford to buy computers with such high processing power. And only they could use such high computing power to mine Bitcoin and earn Bitcoin. यानी कि the computational power in these mining farms that now mine for Bitcoin, they have the power to generate hashes for blocks at a rate of like 120 quintillion. Like that's a lot of zeros. Like compared to that, like my average PC can only probably generate a few thousand. What this means is that slowly Bitcoin processing can get a little centralized. Which means that if Ethereum has to scale, it needs to process more data and become more cheap. And Ethereum is trying to solve that with a concept called sharding. What sharding is that it lets every computer store just a small part of that data. If you can't carry 800 kgs of load from one place to another, we'll basically break the load into hundreds of 8 kg loads. So hundreds of you can carry it. And once the destination is reached, we will glue the load together into one. That's roughly what sharding would imply. You don't need to store or process all the blockchain data on your computer anymore. What this means is that eventually you can run Ethereum on a personal laptop or phone. Like mining Bitcoin on your laptop is very difficult, but a lot more people could participate in a sharded Ethereum. It's still a work in progress, but it's very exciting. Number three, smart contracts. याद है मैंने कहा था कि Ethereum will allow many computers around the world to run codes in a decentralized way. These codes are basically smart contracts. What does a smart contract mean? Nothing. It's a smart contract. जैसे स्मार्ट टीवी है वैसे स्मार्ट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. स्मार्ट टीवी खुद ब खुद वाईफाई से कनेक्ट होगा, उसके अंदर एप्स होंगे, A smart contract is nothing but a contract that can execute itself. Suppose आपके दोस्त ने आपसे ₹1,00,000 लिया, तो आपने कॉन्ट्रैक्ट साइन किया कि भाई जिस दिन नवीद के अकाउंट में ₹1,00,000 आएगा, वो ₹1,00,000 ऑटोमेटिकली मेरे अकाउंट में आ जाएगा। अभी नॉर्मली ये लोन चुकता करने के लिए फोन करना पड़ता है,
क्या हो रहा है, पैसा दे रहा है कि नहीं।
But if there's a smart contract, it will automatically happen. This is a very dumbed down version of what a smart contract is, but basically it's a contract that's smart enough to execute itself. If this, then that. अगर ये होता है तो ये करो. Now, smart contracts can change a lot about how the world works. Think of a centralized music streaming platform like YouTube Music. A very small portion of the revenue reaches the content creator's hand due to centralization, lack of transparency over the ownership of the content, royalties payment, and many other reasons. Now think of a decentralized music streaming service like Audius, which is a community-owned music streaming platform that lets artists take control of their music, post it uncensored and the way they want, and generate new ways to get paid from their fans. Interesting, right? Another way Ethereum is different from Bitcoin, it's called proof of stake. Now, Bitcoin runs on a mechanism called proof of work. And for the longest time, Ethereum also worked on this. I've spoken about proof of work in the previous video. The link is in the description. Go check it out. In proof of work, all the computers compete against each other in a race to be the first to validate a transaction. That means कि एक कंप्यूटर के सिवाय बाकी सब कंप्यूटर अपना इलेक्ट्रिसिटी वेस्ट करते हैं. In fact, between Bitcoin and Ethereum, it is estimated that over $1 million of electricity is wasted every day. This is why some people say that Bitcoin and Ethereum are bad for the environment. What this also means that if your computer wins the race to validate a transaction, you have to charge enough fees that makes up for all the times that you spent electricity and you didn't get to validate the transaction then. This is why when you get the chance to validate this transaction, you will charge higher fees. Which means कि proof of work उतना भी amazing नहीं है. This is why Ethereum is trying to change how it works to something called a proof of stake. Proof of stake में ये race होता ही नहीं है. Instead of computers racing to validate a transaction, computers now take part in a lucky draw, whose winner is decided by the chain itself. The winner then validates the transaction and gets a much smaller reward for having consumed much lesser electricity. But then how do we know that this computer won't cheat and validate a wrong transaction? Well, to volunteer in this lucky draw, you have to stake some of your Ether coins into a storage. If you cheat, you are penalized and some of your staked Ether is taken away by the person who spots the fraud. In fact, to keep the lucky draw fair, the more Ether you stake, the higher your chance of getting picked the winner. Though it's still a little random. Now, coming to a very interesting section. One other huge way in which Ethereum is different than Bitcoin is because it can produce something called dApps. dApps is nothing but a decentralized app. Let's think of Uber and Ola. These two are centralized apps. जब आप कैब मंगाते हो तो आप कुछ पैसे देते हो और ड्राइवर को कुछ पैसे मिलते हैं. इसके बीच में एक कंपनी है जो उनका कट निकालता है. Wouldn't it be amazing अगर आपने कैब मंगाया और आपने जितना पैसा दिया वो पूरा पैसा ड्राइवर के पास जाए, बीच में कोई है ही नहीं. और अब अगर आप जाके उबर को बोलोगे,
सुन मेरा पूरा पैसा देना कैब वाले को,
उबर बोलेगा मेरी कंपनी है. This is a centralized app. Now all of this can change if this was a decentralized app, यानी कि dApp. Now dApps are very exciting for a bunch of reasons. Number one, they are censorship resistant. This is fairly self-explanatory. अगर आपका ऐप डिसेंट्रलाइज है तो कोई एक अथॉरिटी कंट्रोल नहीं कर पाएगा कि वहां पे क्या होता है. Number two, no downtime. Because of its peer-to-peer system, the dApp will continue to work even if one computer or small parts of the network go down. Third, they are blockchain-based. As they are made of smart contracts, they can easily integrate cryptocurrencies to be a part of the dApp. And fourth, open source. The code is always public, which means that anyone can contribute to making the network function better. Another way Ethereum is different from Bitcoin is because it enables something called DeFi, यानी कि decentralized finance. In the existing model, all financial services have some central authority, यानी कि banks हो या फिर stocks हो तो NSE और BSE है. Ethereum-based finance services takes out this central authority and enables individuals to get direct and easy access to financing. This is enabled by something called Ethereum tokens, which is a separate video by itself. We will get to that a little later. But what you should know now is that decentralized finance means we are getting rid of all central authorities in areas like asset exchange, credit scoring, insurance, indexing, lending, derivatives, prediction market, and a whole lot more. So if you've watched till here, congratulations, those apps will make sense to you now. These are just some of the ways that Ethereum is changing how the internet works. It's not a lot, it's just fundamentally recreating the banking system, the finance sector, and all the apps that we ever use. लुक मेरे को पर्सनली ये ऑल्ट कॉइन वाला गेम खेलने को मजा नहीं आता है। उसमें बहुत लोग फालतू के टिप देते हैं, ये कॉइन खरीदिए पंप होएगा। आई प्रेफर टू इन्वेस्ट बाय रियली अंडरस्टैंडिंग व्हाट द कॉइन इज मेंट टू डू, व्हाट इज द प्रोटोकॉल इट इज वर्किंग ऑन एंड इज दैट इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर द फ्यूचर। बेसिकली मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि अगर आप कोई भी क्रिप्टो टोकन में इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हो तो उसका फंडामेंटल एनालिसिस करो, समझो कि उसका यूज केस क्या है। एंड दैट इज व्हाई आई हैव ETH in my portfolio. If you want to jump in some Ethereum action, check out the pinned comment. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please do hit the like button. Check us out on Instagram. On that note, see ya.